Hi teacher, my name is Juan David Piales, and in this video I will explain how we use stative and dynamic verbs. We will go over what these verbs are, how to use them, and the difference between them. I will also give you some exercise to practice. What are static verbs? Static verbs are used to describe a state, condition, or feeling. They are verbs that express something that doesn't change or isn't an action. For example, I know the answer. The verb know here is a static verb because it expresses a state of knowledge, not an action. You don't say I am knowing because know describes a state and not something happening at the moment. Another example, I love pizza. Love is a static verb because it describes a feeling. Again, we wouldn't say I am loving pizza in this case. Notice, static verbs are not usually used in continuous tense like I'm knowing or I'm loving. What are dynamic verbs? Dynamic verbs, on the other hand, describe actions or process. These verbs show things that are happening or that change over time. For example, I am running. Here, run is a dynamic verb because it shows an action that is currently happening. We can use running in the continuous form, like I am running right now. Another example is she is studying for her exam. Study is a dynamic verb here because it describes an ongoing action. Unlike static verbs, dynamic verbs are often used in continuous tense, like I am running or she is studying. Static versus dynamic verbs, the same verb in both forms. Some verbs can actually be used both as static and dynamic verbs, depending on the context. Let's look at verb have. I have a car. Use have a static verb because it describes possession, a state. But and I'm having lunch right now. Have is used dynamically as it describes an action happening in the present. Another example is see. When you say I see the problem, see is static because it refers to your ability to perceive something. But when you say I am seeing a doctor tomorrow, see becomes dynamic because it refers to action or event that will happen. Lastly, feel is another verb that changes depending on the context. I feel happy. Use feel as a static verb because it describes your emotional state. But I but in I am feeling sick, feel is dynamic because it describes a temporary condition that is happening at the moment. Thank you.